So, what new game that I've never played before do you have for me to try out?
Today I want you to try out Mark of the Ninja.
Oh, okay. That's been out for a while. It's 2D, right? Side scrolling?
Correct, yeah, it's a 2D stealth game.
Oh, that sounds cool. When I think of stealth games, ninjas, first thing that comes to mind is Tenchu. Are there a lot of gadgets like Tenchu?
There are tons of gadgets, tons of abilities, and tons of costumes.
Ooh, not you. I don't think there's a lot of costumes. Tenchu's got like one or two costumes to unlock. I remember that because I recently beat Tenchu 1 for the first time like a year ago. But this game has a lot of costumes.
Yeah, probably 6 or 7.
Wow. And are they purely aesthetic?
No, each of them has a positive and a negative.
Oh, cool. So they'll give you a buff and a debuff of some type.
Yep.
Oh, that sounds really fun. That's neat. And it's got a cartoony aesthetic, right? Is it violent with its cartoony aesthetic, or is it kind of cute?
Imagine a violent Samurai Jack.
Oh, we're in. Okay, you got me. Costumes, violent Samurai Jack, gadgets, ninjas. Oh, this sounds great. I can't believe I've never even tried this game before, but this is my golden opportunity, and well, I'm gonna give it a shot, and we'll see what I think. Right behind him. Gotcha.
You get some really nasty aerial takedowns later in the game.
Oh, I can't wait for that. When I think aerial takedowns, I think of Tenchu. They're amazing in that game, so I'm very excited for whatever's going to happen in this one.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, prepare yourself.
Ahead.
Whoa.
Run.
Was that because I ran up to the door?
Yeah, if you saw the exclamation point above his head,
Yeah, I did.
he saw you peek it.
He saw me peek the door?
Yes,
They can see me peek. Oh, I'm not looking through the keyhole.
you're peeking the door.
I'm opening it.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Then you see that the yellow ring is where they think, or where they last saw you.
Oh, cool. Okay. That's nice.
So it's kind of got a bit of the Splinter Cell.
Yeah, like the what was that? The fourth Splinter Cell game. That was like one of the selling points.
Yeah.
That it's like, oh, when Sam gets seen, isn't there like a ghostly after image of you in that game?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, lesson learned there.
I absolutely love the animations for the kills.
Yeah, it's like they're so violent, but the graphics look like a Nickelodeon cartoon. It's really cool. Back to the Tenchu thing, though. I like how this game, just like Tenchu, if you get seen, you have options.
Yeah, it's nice that you have so many avenues of approach. And they made the combat difficult enough that it doesn't feel as good as stealth killing everybody, but it's still viable.
So you're incentivized to do your stealth kills.
For sure.
And not to mention, I feel like if I was getting shot at by multiple guys, I wouldn't even be able to melee one of them quick enough before both of them killed me.
Yeah.
So you kind of need to be choosy, right?
Definitely. Yeah.
Let's go. Nope. Oh, cool. So if you hit the wrong direction, you can still mash it and get a kill while they struggle.
Yep.
I almost like that better than just getting it right. That looked really cool, where he was like, the guy was desperately trying to stop your sword from impaling him.
Yeah, this game is brutal.
I love this first level, and I'm locked in.
What was that?
Whoa. Oh, cool.
Yeah, you gotta really be careful of their
Whoa,
light.
whoa, that's cool.
Their field of vision is fairly narrow.
But once they light that
But
light
when
up,
they see. That's the other cool thing. Like when they see their buddies get killed, they get terrorized. So they like freak out and they're on hyper alert. Or they'll just start spraying rounds.
oh, this is going to work out nice. He's going to walk past me, and then his death will meet him. Oh.
Death will still meet him.
Yeah, that's just in a much less graceful way. And don't laugh at me.
The boy Mark, nice with it.
Mark the ninja. I keep forgetting they get like mega vision range as soon as I'm in the light.
Yes.
I keep forgetting that they're they're itty bitty little vision cones. It gets like way big once I hit the light. Like essentially, they can if they have line on me, if I'm in the light, they can basically see me.
Yes.
The mark of a great stealth game is what tools you have when you're seen.
It really does make or break things.
And this game is really cool that once I'm seen, it's not over. You know, I can slink away, I can run up walls, I can use my grapple hook. It's really cool how many tools this game gives me. You know, I think like the gold standard is Metal Gear Solid. There are so many things you can do in that game. You have like a bazillion gadgets. You got lockers to hide in. You have tanks you can crawl under. You have catwalks you can flip over and hang. You know, that's my gold standard for stealth games mechanics. And I'm impressed by this game with all the options that it's giving me. I gotta say, I love this mechanic where you just get a snapshot of the area above you if the enemies are far away and you take a peek. It makes you feel like what the enemies feel like when you're slinking into the darkness. Like they just saw like a glimpse of you in the shadows. I think this is really cool, like being on the flip side of that.
Yeah, I like the fact that they make you kind of work for the information.
Oh, spider dangle. No.
Yeah.
Stop it.
That boy be webbing on them.
Woo! Oh, look at him go back up. That's so cool.
Yeah, the animations in this game are wild.
So what is the point of the spider dangle? I noticed that he didn't kill the dogs. He just gave me old karate chop. PETA approved. What kind of a spider would I be? I think I might be a brown recluse.
Deadly.
Are those deadly? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
I probably should know what's deadly and what's not. They probably are.
I like how you're essentially the world's deadliest homeless person, just hiding in dumpsters and then killing.
An interesting perspective. Caw.
Yeah, I don't. They missed a huge opportunity with like the crows
Look at all the
instead
dogs
of
patrolling the
spiders.
Iraq town.
Like, why is the crow your
And see
checkpoint?
the
Essentially the spider.
communication tower.
There has to be some kind of cool thing for a checkpoint. You can't. You don't even hear a spider skittering. It's got fuzzy little leg ends.
Unless that boy be barking at you.
That's true. Barking spiders are.
Yes.
They sound just like a dog. Think like a spider. Think like a spider. Think like a spider.
Isn't that cool? And if the like his buddies see that, it like terrorizes them. They like freak the guards out and give you another avenue of killing them because they're freaking out.
That's amazing. Kill him and then bring the other guy over.
Is that what you're?
That's what I was planning on.
Yeah, I'd kill him on this one then.
Why is that?
It's on his level. He'll see the body hanging.
Oh, he wouldn't see it from the. Wow, I'm glad you said something. Dang. Oh,
I said the costumes are so cool looking.
I'm so excited to get new costumes. I like his default costume. He looks great, but I'm really excited to see what the other unlocks are.
Yeah. Because they have like each one has a buff and a debuff.
What a great idea.
That actually worked out pretty well.
And it also looked really cool. I'm just gonna keep dragging this guy as long as I can utilize him to.
Honestly, yeah,
This
play
is-
the game.
What an amazing mechanic.
It's really cool.
I love this. Isn't that great?
Your little buddy.
He is my little buddy. That's sick. Sick, man.
They're trying
I
to catch
almost-
you lacking.
Yeah, they tried to catch me lacking. You'll never catch this ninja lacking.
You didn't even need all 8 legs to figure that out.
Straight up. Really, you take ninja over samurai?
100%. I think ninjas are way cooler.
That's a tough one for me.
All the traps, not to mention the toe shoes.
The toe shoes are. That's a really. I wasn't expecting you to say that. Oops. I almost like that animation better. That's so cool. Him struggling.
It is awesome.
It's so silly that he can't see me on the ceiling right there.
I was thinking the same thing.
What is hey?
Okay, that was friggin' awesome. I'm gonna load up on smoke bombs.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah, this game has, like, all the gadgets are so useful. I really like how they slowly introduce new mechanics, new enemies, new
right.
environmental stuff.
That's the right way to do it. Like that's the mark of a really
Of the ninja.
expertly.
It's a hot potato.
What was that? So I've completed Mark the Ninja, and I am so excited to talk about it. Before I do so, I want to let everybody know I'm not going to spoil anything story related, but I am going to get into a lot of detail with the gameplay and how much I enjoyed it. So if you're considering playing this game, don't consider it, just go play it. All right, Mark of the Ninja. I gotta say, I am so happy that you suggested that I play this game because it was awesome.
Yeah, I'm really glad that you enjoyed it just as much as I did.
Wow, where do I even begin? First of all, like I kind of alluded to in the gameplay section, the mark of a great stealth game is one that gives you options. Metal Gear is the standard that you want to meet. All of the items, all the options, and that when you are seen, it's not over for you. You know, it's kind of low-hanging fruit, but I think of the opposite as the very first Splinter Cell game. It's a great game, and it's a product of its time. I don't want to pick on it too much. But in the first Splinter Cell game, if you remember, if you get seen in that game,
Game over.
Yeah, it's game over. It's almost impossible to come back from that when you've been seen. If an enemy sees you and starts shooting, it's donezo. Not the case with Mark of the Ninja. You are first of all, you're so agile in Mark of the Ninja. You can move so fast with a sprint key, and on top of that, just that you get that zippy rope thing.
Oh yeah, you're grappling.
Yeah, you're grappling. Yeah, aka a grappling hook.
Fatality.
That is so useful, and you know when the enemies they start shooting at you and you zip up into the air and they miss you and their bullets go under you and you go up onto a lamppost. That is just so cool. Or you run up the ceiling and you like zip into one of the vent covers in the ceiling, and you know at that point you can actually use the fact that you got seen to your advantage because the enemies still think that you're in that point right in the ceiling where you went into, and then you can come back around, come on down, suck them right up, cut their heads off. Violent looking Samurai Jack. So on top of that, what else? You mentioned the costumes before I played, and that was not an understatement about how cool those costumes were. And like you said, I mean, you explained it in such a succinct way that they're so cool because they offer you really powerful bonuses, and then they also have really big negatives. Like there's the stealth costume where your super fast sprinting makes absolutely no noise, but you can't stealth kill anybody. You have to do a pacifist run through a level, and you have to be good at slinking around in the shadows, for instance. The one that I like the most, I need to look up what it was called. It was
The red and green one.
yeah, the red and green one, where it made your regular melee moves more powerful, and then if you stealth killed somebody, it healed you, and that was so powerful. I really enjoyed playing that way. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, and not only do they add kind of an interesting dynamic to the game, they also look awesome, right?
Yes. So it's not like you just get a palette swap, which that's a good start, right? It's not only just a palette swap. They give you a really cool looking mask. You look like some Oni demon, you know. It's so cool. The one that looks really cool is the one that's like all gray and then you have a red mask. That one, is that your favorite aesthetically?
Probably. I think it looks so cool.
I think it's my favorite too.
And like nothing in this game is half-baked.
True.
It's just wonderful. They really, everything is well thought out.
It really is. It really, really is. If I had to be critical, and it's very easy to be critical, in my opinion, it's very easy to be critical towards a great game because you can nitpick it, right? Because you think about, wow, this game is so good for this reason, that reason, this reason, but man, maybe if they just would have like done this little thing. And a nitpick of mine is the that Farsight ability thing where the game turns like shades of green, and
it
you
kind
can
of shows you how the traps interact with the world.
Yeah, it's just some of those traps, it's ridiculous. Like you do the Farsight ability and there are like literally 10 lines coming up from some item, and it's like just spread across the entire screen, and it's just like I don't understand. You know?
Yeah, the same way I feel about that is the way I felt about like Hitman when they added the like weird Hitman vision.
Oh, don't even get me started.
So if I remember correctly, I don't think I even used the Farsight ability. It just kind of takes you out of it, and it's not super helpful, like you said.
I ignored it too. I did it a little bit for some of the puzzle solving, and then when it got kind of out of hand, I'm like, forget it. Not to mention, I just think it's really cool, like tracking the enemy's echolocation footsteps in the darkness. And I don't want to do that Farsight ability to take that away. It's kind of like an upgrade where you don't have to do the echolocation thing anymore, where you see their little blippy footsteps.
Yeah.
And I think that's extremely cool. And I don't want to like stop engaging with that kind of mechanic.
Exactly, it's too cool. Too cool not to use.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and speaking of Hitman, the Samurai Castle in Hitman 2. Not to get off track. Dude.
What a game.
Yeah, I think I might have to replay Hitman 2. But anyway, more Mark of the Ninja. Let's see what else. The game was lengthy.
It was lengthy, yes.
And the way the gameplay is, I loved the gameplay. I thought it was very, very good. But I think they could have shaved off, they could have maybe taken away like one level out of the entire runtime of the game. There's like a dozen levels, maybe 13 or 14 or around there. And I feel like they could have just deleted one of the levels, and I wouldn't have felt like I was missing out, and they would have had a little bit more focused package. Because as good as the levels are, they're kind of samey.
Yeah.
There isn't a great deal of they give you variety with the objectives, but the levels themselves, it's run up the wall, get in the ceiling, survey your surroundings. What kind of an enemy is there? Is it a shield guy? You jump behind him. Is it a dog? Don't be close enough, he'll sniff you if you're behind a pot. Is it a gas mask guy with night vision? Okay, if I'm in the dark, his night vision nullifies my darkness, so I need to be careful. Is it the late game cyber girls? If I'm going to run up on them, better be fast. That kind of thing. If they would have just taken one of the levels out of the runtime, I wouldn't have complained. And that is, like I said earlier, this is a great game, so it's very easy to nitpick. I would say, along the lines of the levels, my favorite part of the entire game. This game is so good. My favorite part of the entire game is, and you don't have the ability to be seen and then just run really far away. You're locked in this small area, and that was so intense. And if they would have done that more than once, that's an exception for me. As far as the repetition goes, if they would have done that more than once, they could have done that 4 times, and I would. And on the 4th time, I would have stood up out of my chair because I was so excited. I would have kept playing. I loved that segment. That was intense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was locked in. My hands were hot. My eyes were wide. That part was so good. It was so good. The whole game was good. This was a terrific recommendation. C left. Thank you so much. Do you have any more thoughts on it too? While you were watching me, me learning the gameplay, was that frustrating in any way? You had a lot of great tips for me while I was playing, and it was very helpful. Like when I thought that Mark the Ninja was peeking through the keyholes in the doors, and that wasn't the case.
Cracking that mug. It was you picked it up pretty quick, so like it wasn't frustrating at all. And honestly, it was probably more fun than anything. It's like you got to experience all the cool stuff that I knew was coming, and like I got to see your reaction most of the time. It was the same as mine. Like the game is so cool, all the gadgets feel so unique. Like you said, the levels are fairly samey, but the approach that you can take is different depending on how you spec your guy out or what costume you're wearing. So.
Oh yeah, doing a full run, picking one of the costumes and doing a full run through the game. Specifically the black one where you can't kill people and you can run stealthily. That would be a completely different gameplay experience. Picking that costume. That could be cool. I might have to replay this in a year using just that costume to see if I can challenge myself to get through the game like that.
I think that was honestly my biggest thought was watching you play it. I just wanted to go through it again. Right.
That's the mark of a great game.
For sure.
And an awesome recommendation. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm glad you liked it.
Thanks for watching the C Buttons, everybody. See you soon.